What's up, everybody? It's your girl Keisha from Put Your Phone Down podcast. I got the biggest smile on my face. I forgot to tell her this. Like when I'm nervous and when I'm like super excited, I cannot stop smiling. So I think all throughout this interview, I'm just gonna have a huge smile on my face. And like before I go any further, I am gonna get real cheesy. And I'm gonna tell people if you are consistent, you believe in your dreams, and you stay on top of it, anything can happen. And once you say it, you got to put it in action. I saw this young lady right here, and she's a viral sensation, right? Like she the shit. I told her that. I'm like, girl, you the shit. So she's all over. Look. If you don't pump yourself up, I will, baby. Google her. All I gotta say, okay. But no, seriously, this young lady is making a difference. And when I tell you, I saw her on, I only have one platform, which is Facebook, but she is super duper viral on TikTok. So that floated over to me. I'm watching videos and I'm seeing her explain how she started, basically having bake sales at 14. And then it turned into this big, big, big thing. And she's still in the process. But if y'all know me personally, baby, I'm a cheerleader. I'm not gonna hold anybody up. I have pastry chef. Oh Lord, she disappeared, child. Can you hear me? I'ma still pump her up though until she comes back. Um, Pastry chef Jatee is on here. Jatee is all the way in New York, and she's taking out time for me. I see Jatee is she must be setting it up. Jatee, can you hear me? We still go roll with it. When I tell you, if you Google or go on YouTube, you'll see how Jate said, I want to make a difference. And so one of the things, and I have to give shouts out to Righteous Eats, he decided to, and she might just come back on the screen. He decided to interview her. And while he was interviewing her, she decided to tell her story about, look, I want to feed the people in my neighborhood.
Sorry, I do not happen.
That's okay.
I
Look,
apologize.
no, don't apologize, baby. I'm rocking and rolling. I was still bragging about you, so don't you worry about a thing. I was still bragging about you, and about how you wanted to bring food into the community and how people was trying to talk you out of it. I know you have corrected because I look no. So when I say it, baby, just dive right on in because for some reason, certain words I have an issue with. Um, Jetaime, Patisserie. I know I fucked up that. Say it.
It's Jetaime Patisserie.
No, it is. So welcome to Put Your Phone Down podcast today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I was just telling you I'm just a regular person. So for somebody to want to have me on their podcast is, I don't know.
See,
This
it's
is my
ladies
first
and
time doing a podcast.
oh, look here. Like we are starting something. It's like your clip, a generational starter. And I actually have that clip. For some reason it cuts off just at the ending. So we go say it once I play it, we go say that ending on the count of three, generational starter. But Jate, the reason I reached out to you is, it wasn't because you went viral. That wasn't my intent. It was, as I told you, your heart. I see it through your interviews, and your intent is to give back to the neighborhood, introduce people to stuff. It's a young man or a young woman who enjoys being in the kitchen and they like baking. And then they
Yeah.
see you, whether you say, you know, I'm not that big of a person or whatever, they see you and they like, okay, look, I feel super duper inspired. So when you make it back, because it looks like we had another shortage, when Jate makes it back, she is going to go into her story about what made her the first. She's the oldest. Get in that kitchen, correct herself over and over and over again until she got it right.
I'm
Okay,
so no,
don't.
because it's no way in the world that everybody and their mama finna call me right now. Nobody been calling me all day, and all of a sudden everybody want to call me. So I
Get
just
them, get them together. Get them together. I'm
Cause
gonna
why
start.
you calling me? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
That's so rude. Listen, I as much as I am black, I try to be as professional as possible because we just gotta do it. When I first opened this place, so many people were sister girl and me, this, that, and third. Oh my, we fit. No, baby girl, I'm a professional. Because if it was a white man running this business, you wasn't gonna come in that store like this. So I try to be as professional as possible. So I'm 100% sorry. I don't want to mess up your show, girl. This is your
no.
business, and
Let
I'm
me
trying to. But everybody calling me. I'm like, what the hell?
let me tell you something, Jatee. Before I started making videos, baby, all my shit was dropping. I'd be in the middle of an audio audio recording, and that thing would just drop. And baby, it was built me to be where I am now. So every time the call dropped or whatever, baby, I just kept talking. One of the things that I was telling the audience about those, so I set it up for you, is when we talked about inspiring people. And it was from one clip in particular. You talked about being 14 and being the oldest child, being in the kitchen, having, the box cake. And in one clip, you said, you know what? I will put my twist to it. So
Yeah.
at 14, it was already in you to do something. Okay. And in the clip, you said, I failed. And remember, I'm using air quotes with that because you kept trying, but it didn't turn out in the ways that you wanted it to. And you started with the brownies and all of that. So let's talk about little Jatee before we talk about Jatee, the pastry chef. At 14, being the oldest, like, did you see something to make you say, let me put a twist to this box food, the box
So
cakes?
I'm the second oldest. I have an older brother, but I'm the first girl, so that means technically I'm the oldest, right? Because brothers. Um, I think it was like out of scarcity, like just maybe all the vanilla cakes was on sale at that time, and my mama just bought 10 of them because they was on sale, and that's what she could afford. But who want to eat vanilla cake all the time, right? So I would just do it. Like, it wasn't really like a thought process. And then I think about it now, it was never like me being creative or me being artistic or expert. It was literally just me trying to feed my siblings like a cake that we didn't have yesterday, vanilla cake with vanilla frosting. Oh, today let's have vanilla cake with apples in it, or something to shut them up.
Right.
Yeah, because they're like, we had this yesterday. We had this yesterday. Well, this is all we got.
And
So
low key, they was your little taste testers because
that is very true. Every
yeah, it's
birthday cake looked trash, but they all was like, oh my God, looks good. No one it didn't, but they were just happy to eat it. So yeah.
and then it's like, I guess somewhere in between that time, your confidence got, big enough for you to have the bake sales at 14. So can we talk about that? The bake sales?
I was doing the bake sale stills with the box cake mix. I just wanted money.
Hello.
As a teenager, I just wanted money, and I wanted to. I at one point it was like wanting to save up for college. Like once I got into, I think after 10th grade, I stopped doing the bake sales because I was too cool to do the bake sales. But it was really like, I think, and also I would bake every single day. And my family at one point got tired of like trying stuff. So I'm like, oh, let's just take it outside to everybody in the projects. And then they were just eating it. I'm like, hold on, y'all not finna eat all my stuff and not give me the money. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have a bake sale. And yeah, it wasn't, I never thought about it as like being creative or being this, that. It was really just like, okay, nobody gonna eat it, so let me go outside and give it to the public. And it worked and they loved it. Even to this day, I went over to my mom's house and they were like, yo, you should have a bake sale now. I'm like, I'm a professional now. I can't do
Right.
that.
You got your own damn business.
Yeah.
That's your bake sale.
Exactly. Come to the store. You
Yes.
want to okay, come to the store.
Right. See, okay,
Exactly.
so I love that because somewhere in between, I once heard, and I have to agree, I think that we're born with the things that, we're pretty much born to do. I think
I
Nipsey Hussle
agree.
said it, but I'm paraphrasing the fuck out of what he said, okay? But it's basically you born and then you get out in the world and you lose that passion or you get lost, but it's always in you. So somehow, some way, it always came back to you, whether people didn't like the food or not, it was just this calling. And before we go any further, I did want to share that clip. Shout out to Righteous Eats. I seen so many clips that you and him did, and I mean, he seems like one of the coolest. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
trying to be up.
yeah,
I'm trying to be up there with the top interviewers because baby, he got it on lock, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
let her bounce back from him to me. Okay, I just want that. Okay, so I'm speaking that out there. But I'm gonna show a clip and let the people know, and I'm gonna set it up as you were talking about, you're pretty much learning how to, get in the kitchen and have your bake sales and the projects and all these things that was pretty much building you up for where you are now. You talked about it like, look, I'm the first to do A, B, C, D.
Hmm.
And one thing he said in particular is the clip that I'm going to play, and you corrected him gently, like I told you to correct me gently. But this is what I got, and you might, I might need to turn off my phone because it's going to show me on the border. But for my people who are watching, I need you to see how you just don't give up on your dreams. Okay, you can be the first at anything at any age.
I come from a family and friends. No one owns a business. No one graduated college. I'm the first in my family to do everything. And now I own my own business.
So you're a cycle breaker.
No. I'm not a cycle breaker. I'm a cycle starter. You cannot break generations. But what you can do is be the one to start new generations. So don't be a generational curse breaker. Be a generational start.
I can tell you still not used to all of this, honey, but it's coming. Okay, it is coming. But what you said, it rang true. Be a generational starter. And I'm gonna add that into what we were talking about earlier, how people kind of, hey, sister girl type stuff, and you like,
Yeah.
no, I'm a professional. So let's marry that together. When you the first at pursuing your goals, your dreams, and then you might have those people who try to get in your ear and tell you, well, won't you just continue to do why you doing this? Why you doing that? Can you just take me down that road? Did you have people in your ear telling you you can't get a business started and how can this get started? And still being the first, you still the first at doing stuff, and you're being humble. But can you give me a story of how, shoot, everybody can't go with you pretty much?
So honestly, it was a total opposite of everything you just said.
What?
Yes. Everybody in my life has literally always told me I can do it, I can do it. And it's always been me saying that I can't do it. Everybody in my life from the moment, I don't even know. I've always had people encourage me to do it, say, you should open your own business, you should open your own business. And I always said no. I never wanted to open my own business. Never. But when God has a purpose for your life, you can't control it. Like, my dream was to find some rich person to open up the store and I just run it. And we just use their money. And I don't got to deal with the stuff that I'm dealing with now, the stresses, the employees, the hiring, the firing, the money, the bills, the breaking. My dishwasher just broke the other day. My ice machine been broken all week. It's 90 degrees in New York City. I knew all of this and I did not want to deal with it. So I never wanted to open up my business. And when people always ask me that, they're like, they want a fake answer. But I never wanted to open a business. Everybody in my life always encouraged me, you should open a business, you should do this, you should do that. And I just always said no. So I never really had people in my life tell me I can't do it. It was always me, imposter syndrome, telling me that I can't do it, right? Because I'm a Black woman in America. They don't just give you money. You don't got millions of dollars. I come from projects. Like, my mama got 5 kids. I'm the only one to go to college, and that's because we took out a whole bunch of loans and stuff. Like, it's not no money flowing around my world. So yeah, I always said no. I've literally always said no. I'm never gonna open up a business. Everybody in my life literally encouraged me to, and I was the one stopping myself. And the term generational starter for me, the reason why I don't use generational curse breaker is because that ain't my problem. Them people before me, that's their problem. So why should I attach that onto myself? Yes, the problem still exists, but I don't need to stop my whole life to try to fix a problem that happened centuries and years and people before me. I need to stop that, step to the side, and start something new in which I want to do for myself. To carry the burden of 500 years of ancestry here in this country, to try to be the one to break it, baby girl, them chains is thick, they rusty, they hard, they 500 years old. I'm not breaking nothing. I'm not one of God's, what is that, strongest soldiers. No, I'm not. I'm a little baby bird, and you gotta pet me every morning. So I don't break generational curses. I just step to the side and I start new generations of blessings.
I love that. I do. I mean, just from the story of how you had people speaking into you, and then, like you said, I think that term is so trendy, and for some reason people don't say, look, no, that's your thing, but I want to start something new. And then somebody in your, after start their thing, you pretty much, if you want to pass the torch, you can. If they don't want it, fine, but this is your moment, and I love that. The one thing you talked about, though, is imposter syndrome. That is a real thing. I try to correct that word too. But, how are you dealing with this space?
With this fame?
With this fame space? I said space, so baby.
I'm not famous, girl. I'm not.
That too.
I think, and I joke about it, but my life ain't changed, y'all. Going viral, dope. I still live where I live. Where I live is called East New York, Brooklyn. And if you Google East New York, Brooklyn, you'll find prostitutes, crackheads, and everything else. And I still live there, going viral, ain't doing nothing for my life. It has done amazing things for the business, but I still live. So I don't know, what people expected to happen. When we first went viral, we were selling out every day, which is so good. God has been so good for the business. But people go and they leave nasty reviews, not realizing we went viral on April 18th. April 18th marked 9 months for the business. So I took it as, I'm very spiritual. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. I took it as God was telling me, you nurtured this baby in your womb for 9 months, and now boom, it's time to give her to the world, right? So before, on April 17th, I did my normal, on April 18th, that day I did my normal numbers, 6 chocolate croissants, because that's how many chocolate croissants we would sell every day. Mind you, we've been open 9 months. It's been super slow. So 6 chocolate croissants is all we sold. He posted the video around 6 p.m. I remember because I was in Bible study, and I told all of the people in my Bible study class, oh my God, guys, look at the video he did of me. April 19th at 7:30 a.m. That's the time we opened the store. There was a line outside the door. We sold out by 9:30. Now, mind you, I baked 6 chocolate croissants because that's how much we make on, I think it was like a Thursday. That's how much we make on Thursdays, 6 chocolate croissants, because it's a normal day for me. I didn't know that it was going to go viral. And we closed the store, and I was like, oh my God, we got to make more stuff. So it takes 2 hours to proof and bake croissants. So we reopened the store at 1 o'clock. We sold out again at 2:30. And ever since then, God has been so good, and I don't really complain. Today was like a slow day, and I be thanking God for the slow days, because people didn't want to talk to me. They want to take pictures with me. And I am not famous. I am not nobody. I feel like somebody when the little kids recognize me, like when they come in and I saw you on YouTube. It makes my heart so full when children, like, they get excited to see me. That's what I care about. Adults, I don't really care about them, but children, that's when I feel like a little famous or something, when kids come in the store and they really excited to like see me. But adults, I'd be like, why y'all want to take a picture with me? Like, but it wasn't until like recently when someone sent me a letter from jail. Someone wrote me from jail and was like, I saw you on the news. You inspire me so much. And I was like, okay, God, all right, I see what you're trying to do now. But I'm still very like, I don't even consider myself humble. I'm just the person that I am. And I don't really understand why people want to take a picture with me. But
it's what you said. It's like the inspiration, going viral. And I kind of want to stick on that. But before I do, I just want to say, you can use social media for good or bad. You know what I'm saying? People get on and prank just for views because it's money attached to it, depending on how many clicks you get. And then you can use it as humble beginnings. This can be your journal when you can go back and you just mention date, and in 9 months, and then he overflowed you because, as you stated, he felt you were ready. He saw fit. That's when it hit. Like, that's your purpose to give that's a real inspiration. We talked off camera about how people make it seem when you get on TikTok, you got so many seconds to make people think you in the kitchen for 2 seconds, and then boom, you throw it up in the ceiling, it comes down, and your shit is done.
And I hate
you
when
just
people
said
do that.
2 hours. So
oh my God.
Let's stick on that social media for a minute. Like
that
you said, you say what you say.
Okay, because you have these, and mind you, there are world famous chefs. They have 1 million employees. I have 2. I have 2 employees, 1 baker, and I just hired a helper when we went viral. For 9 months, I was working here by myself, 3:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day. Not that I'm complaining, because I love what I do. I love baking. It's my world. But when we were like in the heat of being viral and people were coming, they was leaving comments. You could go on my Yelp right now and see people say, I traveled 2 hours just for them to be sold out. They so amateur. They don't even know how to run a business. Baby girl, it takes 2 hours to make croissants. 2 hours to make a croissant. So I make croissants in the morning time. And if they sell out, I can't make them out beyond that time because it just takes so long. People think that they could come in here and just like it's like McDonald's, like you just come and order. We don't. This is not that type of establishment. We are a patisserie. We are not a bakery. And I want to be very clear about the difference in that. A bakery is cakes, cupcakes, breads, those type of things. A patisserie is pastries, which are delicate, lighter options for desserts. Okay, so but they take more time than cupcakes, which we don't sell at the store. I don't sell cupcakes. I don't sell cakes. I don't do those things. We have a niche product, and we actually care about everything that I do. Everybody who works here, they've worked for me for 2 months for free just because they want to be in this environment. And then I was like, okay, guys, we have a little bit of money to hire one of you. So literally my 2 people, they said, okay, you go on payroll and I go next month. Like it was a collaborative team effort for the team that I have here. For people to see all that like Instagram magic, you like you said, you throw it up in the air and it fall back down on the table and it's done. It took that person at least 7 hours to make that one video. And I get it. People do it. That's why I don't make TikToks. That's why I don't make Instagram reel things. My employees want to do it so bad. No, because I'm not putting up a front. And I get it. It's for content. It's for, entertainment. But I don't want people to come in here and be like, oh, yeah, but that video was 20 seconds and you made it. I had a woman come in here. When we was going viral, my oldest brother came to the store to help me. Now I love my oldest brother, but when he see women, he just get distracted like men do. So the store was like full of women, and I'm telling him, yo, focus, like we don't got time for that shit, blah, 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 blah. A woman standing on the line told me, stop yelling at him, you look nicer online. What I wanted to do was turn around and say, B-word, you don't know me. But she didn't know that my brother was my brother. She probably assumed that he was an employee. But like, why you minding my business? But people on the internet, I tell this to everybody. The one thing that I learned about this whole journey is people. You learn, regardless of the business, you learn people, right? From the employees to the customers, to my delivery drivers, to potential client people, attitude, their demeanors, their words, their position, everything. You learn people. And going viral, you learn that the world is a nasty place. Okay? Nasty place. And it's not everybody. Okay? But people will, it don't matter how much good you have going on in your life. Somebody is going to say something and there's nothing you can do about it, right? You know how much comments and things and all these things. My sisters, they be ready to attack people online. I don't want to do no online bullying. We don't have to like attack those people. Let them. My little sister, she's 21 and she's on go all the time. I'm like, girl, we don't gotta fight everybody. Right. Like, but my little sister, she be wanting to fight everybody because they seen all the work that I've done from me sleep. I've literally slept in this store multiple times just trying to get the work out for the people. So long story short, I haven't gotten used to it yet, and I don't think I ever will because I'm just not the type of person that I don't thrive off the internet type of stuff, So
it's the saying, don't believe the hype. And I think you did such a great job of painting that because, social media, I have a thing with it. Most people know that already. When you trying to get on the grind, so you have to not get so brainwashed and caught up in the ones that have made it from social media. It's not easy. You gotta redirect some things, try some things out. It's like what you said. You started baking. Hey, how you like this? It takes work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes work, and sometimes, if not all, being original and sticking to what feels good to you is the thing that pays off.
I feel like
Um,
that's the most important part because at the end of the day, you have to realize like, are you happy with you? Are you
yeah.
happy with how you handled that situation? Are you happy with what you said? And there's multiple times where I'm just like, oh, Jatee, you could have said that nicer. Prime example, I had a meeting at 1 o'clock today. The woman showed up at 3:30 expecting us to still have the meeting.
Oh no.
I'm like, lady, white lady, no. Oh, but I came from Manhattan. I said, Miss, we had a meeting at 1 p.m. It is 3:30. My store closes at 4 o'clock. I have one employee here. I need to go wash dishes. Yes, me, the owner, has to go wash dishes because that's what I do here in my store. I sweep, I mop, I clean the toilet, I make the food, I smile at customers, I take meetings, I do everything. So you being 2.5 hours late, it's not acceptable. So we can reschedule or this is the end of the conversation.
And you forgot to say you answer phones because,
Oh,
baby,
yes, yes. And
baby.
I don't even answer the phone. That's why I didn't say that. So that when you called, it was just like we were busy. My employees were busy. I said, let me answer this phone. So I never answer the phone. The reason
What?
why I never answer the phone. The reason why I don't answer the phone is because people have gotten so, I don't know, like accustomed to my voice. I try to put on a fake voice, like a very like, hello, like, I don't know. But people be like, girl, that's you. That's you. And I'll be like, and they be like, you answer your own phone? So I had stopped answering the phone and I tell all of my employees to say that I'm not here because it's either somebody want to sell me something, somebody want to come meet me, or somebody that. But I don't know why I answered the phone that day. I don't know, God.
It had to be because I told you before we record. I'm like, girl, shit. The talk I had with him, like, yo, because again, when I saw the Bible video, again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I didn't say, oh, she went viral. I think she'll be good for the podcast. I'm listening to the story of a young lady that wants to bring, and I'm using the air quotes again, fancy food,
Yeah.
and it introduced them,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to dive into that for a moment. The food looks delicious. Okay, like, and you talked about, hey, look, I can accept food stamp. Other
Mm-hmm.
states, you broke it down. Other states
Yeah.
may not, but you can. And
Mm-hmm.
in doing this, people are not so ashamed when they want to have nice events and they can come over there, get their table set up, take the pictures, and they don't have to give somebody else business. They ain't got to drive to the upper neighborhood. So can
Yeah.
you just break down the EBT world? And I think you said you had people like, oh, that's gonna be bad for business, and you like,
Yeah.
look. So walk me through that.
When I first opened, we had the EBT like the second or third month that we opened. So we had it the whole entire time. We were just not known. In all honesty, the look of the store, it doesn't look like your average like black neighborhood, black owned business. So this community, they didn't accept me at first because one, I was telling people I'm not the owner. I was just saying I'm like the manager because I didn't want people to support the business only because it was black. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted people to come in and try the food because the food is good. So it was for like 5 months. No one knew I was the owner. They just thought like I ran the place. It wasn't until I was like, all right, y'all, I'm the owner. It's black. Come inside. That's when they started to come inside. But it was a long time, a very, very long time. And so we had the EBT the whole entire time. And then it kind of picked up. So before Jakey's video, we didn't go like viral the whole world, but we went like New York City viral. Like people in New York City, there's a guy called New York City Cheat Day King. So he came randomly walked by. He was like, oh, wow. I didn't call him nothing. God sent him to the door. Said, oh, I want to do a video for you. Whatever. I was like, okay. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know how many followers he had. So he did a video of us, and we went, New York City locally viral. And then people started to realize, like, oh, sweat, they take food stamps. And then when Jakey did the video, that was it. Like, that was like, it just went beyond. The food stamps for me, it's more than just like money. It's actually helping families. It's helping. I remember the first time after we went viral, there was a mom who came in the store. She had 3 kids walking and 1 in a stroller. I'm gonna assume that they were all her kids, because one of the little girls was like, "Oh, mom, look this, look at that, blah blah blah," and the little girl on her face, like, you could tell, like, she wanted to ask for something, but she's probably so used to, saying no, like, we can't get it or whatever. So when the mom was like, "Oh yeah, get whatever you want to get," the little girl was jumping up and down. She's like, I want this, I want this, I want this. The little boy, they was all like, it was like, okay, God. Okay, God. All right, I see it. I get it. I understand. And that little girl, I swear she walked out of here with one of everything. And the mom, she came to the register. And I had my barista over there, though they was handling the people. And then she called me over, and she grabbed my hand, and she said, thank you. Just thank you so much. You don't understand. Thank you. And then I went in the back, and I started crying.
Just say, I'm about to cry. I'm like, dang, Keisha, hold it together.
No, I went in the back.
I got one tear right here, like, you better not drop.
I went in the back and I started crying, because it's more than money. Like, and I know as a business owner, you're really not supposed to say this, but like, I really don't care about money. I give so much stuff away for free every day. I bet you my accountant hate me for it. Like, I don't know, but like, for me, it's not about money. Like, yes, you want to pay the rent so you can stay open, just so I could help more people. Like, that's all I care about. Like, paying the rent. If we pay the rent, we pay enough money to pay the employees to stay or whatever. I haven't paid myself since opening. I don't get no money. I don't get no paychecks. I don't pay myself. I just literally care about people. And as long as we could keep the store open to help as many people as we can, that's all I care about. Like, I don't, like, low key, I need new pants because they all got holes in them. But I don't know. Like, people always tell me, like, oh, even my employees the other day, they're going to say, when you taking a day off? Girl, for what? Like, I don't know. But I'm just passionate about people. The EBT is also, like, it resonates with me because my family, literally now to this day on EBT, me and my cousin had a seafood boil yesterday using her food stamp. Like, hello. So hello. It is. I'm not ashamed of it. And I don't know about other states, but here in New York City, Black people ain't the number 1 people on food stamps. I don't want to get into politics, but let's just say, since people found out I got food stamps, it ain't the Black people using it at my store. That's all I'm going to say. You can look up the statistics yourself, but me, visually, every day I'm in my store, 1 out of every 10 people is Black. 1 person Black, 10 others. So this stereotype about Black people and food stamps, women on food stamps, just know I know firsthand that ain't the truth, at least up in here. That's all I'm going to say.
It's like you said, though, you starting to see people,
Yeah.
and that veil is pretty much taken off, You touch lightly on kids pretty much, recognizing you, going viral and stuff. And so you have created an awesome program. I think, if I correct me, I think you started it. I think the first was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But you can tell me all about it because I know it's new, but
Yes,
it is a after school club, and you
yes.
made sure not to
Well,
call it a program.
because I ain't helping nobody kids with no homework.
Say that, okay? Yeah. Say it twice. With all
Um,
this damn math, baby, I'm like, shit, you on
they
your
got this new math. I ain't never seen no math like this ever. But I'll be looking at my little cousin homework like, you sure you in second grade? It looks like
baby.
some
Look,
physics homework to me.
I counted my fingers before they changed that damn math up. I'm like, I'm so glad I can just whip out a calculator.
Right? Exactly.
But you got this after school club, and I mean that's another reason. Give it back to the community.
Yes.
Can you share that? What is that looking like?
Yes, so actually, the club is going to start on September 9th here in New York City, the second week of school. I'm actively trying to get people to sponsor kids. So the club, it's pricey. It's $3,000, but for the $3,000, it's a 13-week program, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And it's an intensive program on teaching children the basics about baking, from the simplest things to cookies, all the way to puff pastries and holiday pies. Like I said, I'm trying to get half the class sponsored. My church, they're thinking about sponsoring 2 kids. Another local community organization here in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, is thinking about sponsoring 2 kids. It is the program. After I did the math, it would have cost families $5,500, and I just wasn't comfortable, letting people pay that amount of money. If I could, I would make it free. Like I really would. I will make it free. But the cost of food and everything like that. As much as I want to make it free, my accountant will kill me
Right.
because bills have to be paid. But it is a program specifically for the underserved community kids here in New York City. So many programs have been cut. So many community centers closed. So many after-school clubs non-existent. And it's not fair to children. And personally, me, I don't want to see no kids on their tablets because I be walking in my cousin's house. She got 3 kids. They all don't even look at me. They just be on a tablet. I'm just like, what is this world? Like, I don't know. So I'm trying to get kids off their tablets. I'm trying to get them in the kitchen, learning some amazing skills. I'm trying to get them. And the best thing about this program is everything the kid makes, they take it home to their family. So every week it's going to be at least multiple times a week. They'll be bringing actual food home to their families to try. At the end of the program, at the end of the 13th week, all the kids will create everything from each week, and we're going to have a big old party for the families at the end of the program. So if anybody watching, you could go on my website, and you could go on, it's called Patisserie. That means little chef. You could go on my website, and you could donate as small as $20, $50. It's literally going to help a kid. We're going to give all the money to the kids to try to get as many kids in this program as possible. And yeah, like God gave me this vision last Sunday, and I know when it's from God, He gives it to you in completion. Nothing about anything that God does is half-assed. So from Monday to Sunday of last week, the whole entire program was created. God gave me the vision on Monday, and He completed it for me on Sunday. And everything is set up and ready to rock and roll. You could go on the website, find out more about the program. You could donate. You could help sponsor a kid. Leave me feedback on Instagram if you think I could add something. I am a growing work in progress. I'm not dead, so I'm not finished, okay? So I'm learning every single day of my life that I am alive, that God allows me to be alive. So if you see something that I did wrong, tell me, let me know. I'm not ashamed to say, oh, I don't know that. I tell my employees that all the time. Y'all, This is my first time doing this, so I don't know everything. If you ask me a question, Google, what's that? Like I'm Googling it. That's me.
Yeah.
So anybody who's, I know y'all, I don't know how wide range your audience is, but I'm here in Brooklyn just trying to uplift the community, trying to help in any way that I can. Every single day, we donate food at the end of the day to the shelter down the block. Like anything that I could do to really just, I don't know, help people. So, yeah.
Listen, I don't know my audience either, child. Look, did you see my cat, Honey Child? She be trying to make an appearance. I don't really know my audience either, because we talk about that off camera. Sometimes they in secret, but I'm gonna do the best that I can, in putting this out. I mean, the story of a young lady who had a dream in there, like you said, making do with shit, Duncan Hines, Betty Crocker, whatever. Okay, to the point that it actually became real.
Yeah.
And I like how you broke down the reality of, just because you have your business,
Mm-hmm.
it don't mean, you know, you in this fancy neighborhood the next week. A lot of entertainers, when they talk about how they have an album playing on the radio, but they still at home sleeping on
Yeah.
the floor, whatever, sometimes you don't see it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But what people see in you is the inspiration of how it can happen, because hard work really does pay off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's getting there, so
It was
I'm
definitely, I would say, 2 years before openness, God challenged me to my extreme limit. I remember on my birthday, my 30th birthday, I got into two car accidents. Someone stole money from me. Someone robbed my apartment. Someone, like, all these things happened to me. And my discipleship mother at my church, she gonna say to me, "Oh, you're the apple of God's eye." I said, "What? I don't. What you mean?" And she's like, "The enemy wouldn't be attacking you like this if you wasn't close to God."
mm,
And I was like, if this is what being close to God is like, baby, I'm not trying to be attacked by this man. Like, enemy, get away. But it's really a journey that I have submissively taken by God, submitted everything, and whatever he want me to do, I do it. Whatever he tell me to do, I go, I stop. And so I'm very spiritual. I'm very faithful in my faith with Jesus, because I know what has happened to me, and I know where I've been through my whole entire journey. I've been homeless before, all of these things, and I don't ever want my story to be of a tragic one. No, I'm never going to talk about me being homeless, because I don't want to shine light on that era of my life. I want to shine and glorify God and what he has done for me in all these years of my life, and especially in the past 4 years of my life. So it is, for me, a blessing to be able to be here. And I truly, like, I want to inspire people, but I don't want to inspire people to open up a business. And I know that sounds crazy, right? I want to inspire people to help people. I want to inspire people to help people do what you can to help your community, help your family. Like, you don't gotta be doing it big. Like, go plant a garden or something that you see a bad spot or something. Give $1 to a homeless person. I don't freaking know. Clean up your community. I don't want to encourage nobody to open up a business. It's hard. I want to encourage people to help the world. Like, help everybody. That's it.
but that's what you're doing. I mean, um, like you said, the toughest ones get tried, but you're doing that, you know, by you don't know, somebody might come in there and they don't have a dime, and here you are giving them something.
I always give people food. They know to come here and beg because I'm gonna say yes anyway.
Yeah. I mean, but see, that's how it starts. A lot
Yeah.
of people forget what it's like to give. You know, again, social media, you see so many people with this warped mindset, especially, look, we about to get off topic when I talk about this, especially when you see these chicks talk about the dating world and, oh, he got to have a bag. And I'm like, well, bitch, what are you bringing to the table? Like, what do you know how to do? Like, we are being taught to be takers, but where are the givers? And
I agree.
this is why I'll highlight you, because it shows that you have a giving heart. You know, Righteous Eats, he was talking to you and he said, how can we help? And it went to you sitting down. I think you had a calculator and you was like, how about we give?
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, damn, I have to get her on the podcast, because your mind didn't go to, oh, well, I want to do this for me. You was like, how about we get all the small businesses together, you know, and pretty much, you know, all band together.
You know, someone called me stupid for that.
No way. That's a dope ass idea. That's a dope idea.
Someone said to me, "You're dumb. You gave away $7,000. Nobody that I know in the history of owning a business would give away $7,000." And I said, "Well, now you know me."
That's right. Because it comes back. You know
I
what I'm
gave all that
saying?
money
It
away,
comes back.
all of everything. No, I didn't keep not one dime of that money. It went to help other small businesses in the neighborhood. And people, they call me dumb for doing it. But it's just like, what I'm going to do? First of all, it's the people money. They gave me this money to help other people. So that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not a thief. I don't steal. I don't lie. God has blessed me enough, and what God has given me, I'm going to work with that. If there's anything extra, if God said, Jatee, keep that or give it away, I'm going to do what he tell me to do. And at that moment, the man said, give the money away, so I listen to God.
Yes.
So,
and watch it come back 10 times, 20 times fold. Like, you know, that's what tests look like. That's what tests look like. Because, honey, I've had people like, I'll give you this. And I'm like, if it's a podcast episode that I feel is not for the people, and I told you this is what I'm about, I'm like, no, I'm good. You know, and then it's another that comes in that place. And I'm like, boom, this is perfect. You know, so before we wrap up, because you see how long we done got on here and shit. Okay.
It was supposed to be 30 minutes.
30 minutes. This is how I know.
I'm sorry.
No, this is on me, because, baby, this is how I know. They call me Little Oprah, baby. I start talking to somebody in the corner, and before you know it, we have talked for 5 hours. But I love conversation. You know, that's just. But I wanted to dance around to how I think on one clip as well, Righteous Eats, gotta shout him out again and again. You apologize, like, I'm sorry that I'm selling out. So can we talk about the food? I mean, like I said, it looks delicious, but the selling out portion, you know, how many are you making now? And let's just tell the people about your hours and what's your favorite thing off the menu.
So, from our humble beginnings of selling 6 chocolate croissants, I bake at least like 52 chocolate croissants now a day. Today was a kind of slow day, so I made like 40, but they sold out. So we still currently are trying to get used to the numbers. So every day is different. The food, we change the menu every 3 months, and that's another part of the ethos here at Jetaime Patisserie. I want every time you come in here, you experience new foods. Every single time. Every weekend, we do crazy specialty croissants. Every 3 months, we change the menu according to the season. Every day, you could come in here and find something new. Right now, we're playing bingo in the store. So if you get all 5 things on your bingo card, you win a prize. And that is to initiate people to try new things. Like, don't come in here and just get your same thing. Look on the card, find something, get your punch. When they get the 5 punches for bingo, they win a prize. The prize is a tote bag, a mug. You know, we're just trying to make it fun around here for people to experience new foods each and every day. We're open. We're closed. I gotta say that first because people yell at me. We're closed on Tuesdays. We're closed on Tuesdays. Why Tuesday? Because everybody else in the neighborhood closed on Mondays, so I gotta get that money on Mondays because everybody else is closed. So where else do they go? Right here. And then when everybody open on Tuesdays, I'm in my bed. Well, I'm not in my bed. I'm still at work. I just be here with the shutters down, still working, trying to keep up the pace with the numbers. So we close on Tuesdays. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we open at 7:30 a.m. and we close at 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, we open at 8 a.m. and we close at 5 p.m. Yes. And I mean, I just want people to come inside here and really just be like a sponge. Come in here. If it's something you never tried, don't make a mean face at it. Ask questions. Ask, hey, what is this? What does it taste like? Like I said, I give away stuff for free all the time. Ask for a sample. I just want to educate the people about amazing pastries and let us be aware that we don't have to succumb to what the system is trying to force in our neighborhoods. Liquor stores, chicken stores, gambling places. That's here in New York City. I'm not aware about other places. I'm just talking
Gary too. Yeah.
I'm just talking about New York City. So I want to help be the difference in the community as much as I can. So
two things. Actually, I feel like I should more than two, but shit, we going on an hour, so I'm gonna slim this up. Have you had a celebrity come in yet?
I've had local celebrities I had a few Tyler Perry actors come here. This is Bed-Stuy, so they always shooting films and stuff over here. So a lot of celebrities, they have been coming in here even before I went viral, only because this is where they shoot a lot of movies and stuff at. But nobody that I'm like, oh my God, no like that. We had a few actors and stuff like that. Beyonce's head choreographer.
Come on.
She came into the store. I think she's famous. I don't know. So yeah, not really. I hope one day Rihanna wanna pull up in here.
Yeah, you never know. She be in New York all the time.
Always be in there. Oh my God.
They be sending their people for her, though. They don't come in yet, but they be sending their people. You on the rise. I already told you that. Number two, and then we go close out. Where can people find you? Like I said, I'm only on Facebook, but I know, look, you booked and busy. Okay. So where can people find you if they're not on Facebook?
So here at the store, I'm here every day.
Hello.
It's 471 Marcus Garvey Boulevard, Brooklyn, New York, 11216. We also have a website, jetaimebk.com. We're on Instagram, Jetaime Patisserie. We're on TikTok, but I don't be posting nothing on there. I let my employees do whatever they want. I don't even know the TikTok name. That's how. Hold on, let me see the TikTok name. I think it's I'm so sorry, y'all. I really don't even be on TikTok.
No, it's okay. Listen, I got one. It wouldn't post my videos. I was like, fuck it, I'm going back to Facebook. So okay. If somebody want to find me on TikTok, I would know.
Yeah. The TikTok name is Jetaime Jatee. JETAIME JATEE. And it's just my employees doing whatever they want to do.
I noticed that on Facebook, and I just wanted to ask this, but this is not my last question, but I'm gonna throw it in there since you said employees. You had made a video a couple days ago about leaving. Yes, that's what I wanted you to. The morning shift.
We are hiring, y'all. Anybody want to come to New York City and work at 5 a.m.? Come on, we're hiring. I'm teaching everybody. As long as you can show up to work on time, I teach you how to do it. But yeah, so we're actively hiring. I have a bunch of deals with we have right now a deal with the Brooklyn Museum, which is like a big deal. We have like 2 more big deals. I can't say until I sign the paperwork tomorrow. But we're hiring y'all.
Come on, New York, show up for this young lady. She hiring. She's a giver. I mean, listen, you the shit. So I already told you that. Like from the moment she was like, "Hey," I'm like, "You the shit." So wrapping up, Jatee, real quick, and I know we talked about this, but for some reason I feel very pulled for us to talk about this again. For the listeners, can you shed some more light on going viral and the reality of it? You know, I just kind of want you to shake people by the shoulders. The
Yeah.
ones that think that don't, you know, basically, if you can give something to the people who are on the verge of giving up because maybe they
Yeah.
think it's supposed to happen by now.
Yeah. Going viral. I one, I'm not a social media person. My personal Instagram got like 500 followers, and they probably people from college. Like, I don't do social media. I don't. So for me, having to do social media for the business is a very big stretch for me. But when you add going viral in it, I just encourage people. One, it's kind of like that thing. Like, if you don't try, it'll happen. Like, don't force virality on your life, because it comes with a lot. You know, a lot of people think they know you. They think they know your life. They think, you know, oh, they find out where you live. This lady was like, oh yeah, I saw you walking in your house one day. I said, like, it was great. Not like on like a stalker thing, but like, oh, I was driving down, you know, your block, and I saw you going in your house. And I was like, so that could be scary, right?
Yeah.
Also, I think for businesses, because I didn't go viral, me personally, like the girl. I mean, I did because like I'm the business, but for the business, it could be a beautiful thing. And I encourage people that if they do go viral and you don't know how to handle it, don't force it. Slow down, go at your own pace. People keep telling me, don't worry, Jatee, I'm coming back tomorrow. Because guess what? They're going to come back tomorrow. Don't you stress yourself out. Don't you kill yourself over trying to keep up with the demand. Let me tell you something. When 2 billionaires get together, do you think they be like, oh man, those people was talking about me? No, they talk about how to get more billions of dollars. So don't stress yourself about what people saying about you, what they're saying about your business. You know, and only you know what's going on from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. So if you're trying to go viral, I got no advice for you, because I didn't try to go viral. I don't know what to tell people who trying to go viral. Stop it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's definitely a blessing and a curse. 90% blessing, but that 10% that's the curse is kind of heavy. So I would say just.
Yeah. I mean,
I was gonna say just.
I can see people
yourself.
being intrusive.
Yeah. Oh, this New York City girl, everybody.
And then
people think this city is so big. It's not. It's not. People know people who tell people business.
yeah. Yeah. Do you have a policy? Because, and I know, I'm sorry, I'm going into something else, but I needed to ask this. Do you have a policy, or do you think it should be implemented when these people come in with the intent to go viral for the wrong reasons? So, you know, they pull out their phones, they start to start fight. Do you have any rules implemented where you tell people, hey, look, no phones, or do you think these rules need to be implemented?
I think it depends on your like position or your business or whatever. For me, we're a public place. I just think my energy get off. Don't fucking play with me. Like, I think I am so nice. I'm so sweet. I love everybody, and that has been the downfall my whole entire life, loving too hard. But also, like, don't come in my shit with that shit. Like, I will Like, there was a guy who commented on Instagram. I said, listen, sir, you don't know me. I love the Lord, but I'm from the projects. And I want you to remember that from the projects part. But I am.
I like that spelling. Yeah, like, look.
But I don't know, like, people know, and the people that be having their kids up in here running up and down my store, as soon as I give them the look, little Timmy, bring your ass over here, sit down. So I don't know. No one has ever tried me like that to come in here and do anything in a way that is not positive, because they just know I'm about positivity. I don't give off that energy, so I don't collect that energy. So, yeah.
Yes. Jatee. Girl.
I'm sorry I got a little ghetto on you.
No, listen, I'm all for it. I told you we was going to have fun with this one. Like, I am all for it. And I like how real you are. And, I want you to remain the same. We go try to get the sponsors. I love the idea where you trying to show the youth something outside of shaking their ass. And like you said, being on tablets all the damn time. So, I forgot to ask the age limit, because can we get these young adults in there too?
So the after school club is for 8 to 14-year-olds, but I actively every other Sunday and every other Saturday have events and or baking classes. So there's always something for every age group to do. I have girls baking cake classes where we drink wine, we chat, we gossip, and I have one for men too. I have one for everybody. We about to have it's gonna be called blind date baking, where you show up and you match with a random person and you're gonna bake a cake together. So that's events and stuff like we have here. So we got some stuff.
Get people pregnant after they eat up at your shop.
Listen, if I ain't got a man, at least I gotta find somebody else a man, because God ain't sent him to me yet. So as of right now, I'm just trying to help other people get a man until I can get a man. But I'm waiting.
Girl, I feel you. I feel you 100%. We got to do something to make something happen.
Right?
I mean,
all of my friends and family say, oh, he's going to walk in here. I'm like, I don't want him to walk in here while I'm covered in flour looking like a hot mess. No.
Yeah, you might want to lick that flour up off of you.
But they say that the Lord is going to send you a man when you're humble. I don't want to be humble. I want you to see me in all my glory. But I'll wait on the Lord.
Look, right after you hang up, he gonna come and deliver something from UPS. You gonna be like, dang, hello. Me too, shit. Well, I'm saying that. One more thing. Why I keep saying one more thing, and then I'm one of them people that say bye 5 times, like, okay, bye. But is New York legal when it comes to like the cannabis world or no?
Yeah.
So are you going to start doing that?
I have a friend who is opening up a lounge, and it's not going to be Jetaime Patisserie. It's going to be another name. I'm going to make him some products, not in the store. I'm going to make it at a separate facility for his location. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol, but I'm helping my friend start his lounge where we're going to have elevated dessert options that are infused with cannabis.
Hello.
Yeah, we ain't having no Rice Krispie treats and brownie. We ain't having that. People gonna be getting elevated, as you say, on the upper scale level. On that damn croissant, they gonna be like, damn. I ain't never had a croissant like this, right? I'm gonna try. Maybe I should try make some croissants with some weed butter.
Hey, shit! You know it's real when they ask is staring off into space. You be like, okay, I got a winner. I bet you'll have a lot of tests with that.
I can't make it here because I don't want people to confuse the croissants, and then I got a kid high over here. Somebody suing me, I'm dead. Oh no. Yeah.
So we gonna make this clear. It will not be in your shop. It just won't be. But baby, listen.
You'll hear about it. I think
because I'm you see this? You go get another phone call like, hey.
Yeah, but
what New York working with?
It's legal in New York City to be outside smoking weed and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that it's inevitable for you not to be a part of it in some way. Not saying business related, but it's just so normal now that there's a dispensary right across the street from the store. So
Yeah, I'm in between too. Indiana is not on that yet, but baby, we still find our ways, honey. Don't you worry about a damn thing, baby. We still find our ways. But
that's how you gotta do it. New York City is so like they care, but they don't care. They care when they want to care. They care when they gotta cost them money or get whatever. But that's politics.
yeah, you already know, man. Jatee, this has been an like, awesome interview. Your energy is contagious, and I just want so much more for you, girl. Shit, I mean, and I see it. I know it's gonna take time, but I want you to come back. You are welcome back to Put Your Phone Down podcast. You have taken your time
Yeah.
with me, and I already told you, girl, that means so much. Like we two people trying.
Yeah.
And I think that's why today was possible.
Yes.
Just trying. Like you said, you don't pick up the phone, and you picked it up when I was like, hey, my damn podcast is called Put Your Phone Down. Shit. So
that was God because I really don't answer the phone. I really don't. But
listen, that
he's in
how
now,
bold.
and it's God ordained. There's nothing we could do
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, like that's what being bold when you really and truly, like you said, you see the vision through completion. The
Mm-hmm.
only reason it doesn't is when you're not obedient. And I felt
Yes.
him say, call. And I rarely use PUSSY because I was about to say the whole word. But I was that. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not calling. I'm not doing. And I felt it. I was like, okay, fuck it, Keisha, just call. And you did have a different voice. Remember, I was like, wait, this you? Because it was so
Yeah. I do that on
proper.
purpose. Yeah. I do that on purpose because I gotta see what you. If I do that to the phone, I gotta see what you're calling for, and then I'll be like, "Oh well, I can give her the message." Oh,
That's
okay.
the voice I got. I was like, oh, and I was like, hi, can I speak to like a manager? And you was like, who's speaking? And I'm just yapping. And you was like, okay, well, I'll email you. I'm like, wait, this you? Let me pour my whole heart out thinking it was somebody else. But, it happens. Okay.
Yeah.
And so we want to show by way of Indiana so much love. The bakery looks beautiful from what I can see when I did, my research. Like you said, it's a gem. And what I see and want for you is for me to walk into one somewhere up here in Indiana, baby.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
look, don't make that face. You're gonna be sitting back having people do the shit. Like, I mean, but
Well,
uh
a lot of people reached out to me, majority white people, and I told them, baby, I'm never going to open up anything in any white neighborhood. It's always going to be in a black and brown neighborhood. And that is a mission I will die on. I'm never going to be bought out. I'm never going to conform to, there's a lot of gentrification going on here in New York City. I don't know if you're familiar with New York City, but it's a place called Far Rockaway. You should look it up when we get off. It ain't
okay.
the best. And that's the second location I'm going to, Far Rockaway or Brownsville. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna ever. You're never gonna see a Jetaime Patisserie in a gentrified white neighborhood. It's always gonna be in the hood where my people need it. And even if I never have another store, I'm never gonna open up in areas that aren't accessible to the people who need it.
Yeah. And that right there is, like you said, an inspiration and helping people, because it's somebody who is listening, somebody who is watching, who has put their dream down, you know, and this story made them get back in the kitchen or do something that they once thought was impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So before we wrap up, is it something that you would like to leave with the people?
Um. Um. I don't want to be. I don't know. I just love Jesus, so I'm just gonna say this, right? My favorite Bible verse is Luke 12:32, and it says, "Fear not, little flock, for your Father wants to give you the kingdom. So I say to people, God is already going to give it to you. Don't be scared. Just wait on God to tell you when to go. And I know in the waiting process, because I waited for 2.5 years before I opened this door. It's going to get rough. It's going to get tough. You're going to cry. If you like me, I cry over everything. I'm a cry baby, okay? Cry, because God collects those tears. And when it's time to rejuvenate your dried out body, he's going to pour back into you those tears that you cried out. So that's it.
I needed that. You don't know how I needed that. And don't nobody else listen. Shit, I took it for me. I needed that. I needed this interview. You just let me know that dreams come true. Whether you
even if you
whether
don't
give
want it, God
yourself,
gonna make it.
baby. And we want it. You see what we just called on.
Yeah.
That dude better come on through next, you know what I'm saying? But
so yes.
no, but that's gonna be the next podcast, baby. I'm gonna be calling you Mrs. Somebody, okay? But
soon,
just say, yeah, come on, basketball play, whoever gonna walk up in there. But no, in all seriousness, I just want to thank you for spending your time. I know that you mentioned earlier so many things going on with the shop, and you are on top of it. So thank you for coming on the podcast, walking me through who Jatee is, the stories, the ups and downs. It all led you to where exactly you're supposed to be. And I cannot wait for more. Again, shout out to Writers Eat. You guys, you follow her. She's on these platforms. I only have one. So if y'all want to follow me on Facebook, do that. And again, this is just a side note. I had people tell me, some people, oh, you need to do this. You need to go on this platform. You need to go on that platform. I'm going to tell you this. I know a lot of people have kind of swayed from Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I have found the majority of my guests. Like, I didn't have to spread myself out. I don't have any other platform. And I like telling people that, to let them know your people will find you. It's just, I'm not spread it out. Now, eventually I might, but I'm on Facebook. So if anybody wants to follow Put Your Phone Down podcast, I'm on Facebook. Jatee, I am officially on all platforms, audio wise. Okay. So iHeartRadio, Apple, Pandora, you name it. It might take a little while to get on Apple, but you got other options. You'll be on Amazon Music. So this interview right here.
Better. Jesus.
Huh?
I should have looked better.
No, baby. You got it together. But now we are on YouTube. So you if you can't catch this audio, you can definitely catch it through the video. But audio, all they go hear is your voice, child. So don't you worry about a thing. But for you all, we talked briefly about, testing out the shipping. So Indiana will be waiting whenever it gets started. They gonna wanna try them pastry. Well, listen, I keep fucking up the words, so they gonna want to try it out.
Jetaime Patisserie.
Yes. So, until the next time, y'all. I'm your host, Keisha. We got Chef. Lord, I always fuck up at the end. Let me do this again. We got pastry chef Jatee.
Yes.
On the line, booked and busy. Okay, booked and busy on news outlet, baby.
God.
Channel 7, New York. Look it up, baby. She had a whole interview, booked and busy, and now I'm happy to say she has graced Put Your Phone Down podcast. My first time.
My first ever podcast.
Yay! That's what God will do, and I love that scripture that you said. What is it again? Luke
12:32.
Luke 12:32. All right, because that was meant for me, baby. And then whoever want to listen, whoever want to take it, but baby, I'm gonna be selfish, and that's for me. So until the next time, people, I have enjoyed this interview, and I hope you have as well. Pass it around. Somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to get their drive back. Somebody needs to know that it takes a while. Just because you've gone viral, you got to keep that shit up. Like it does
Mhm.
not, viral don't mean shit, really. It just
It
means
just
that
elevated. It just
that's it.
escalated. So you gonna have to be on that treadmill and push it, push it, push it.
Yeah,
So
you can't tell your bill collectors, like, look, stop calling me. I'm viral. They gonna be like, what does that mean?
they just
Like,
mean you because people think viral equate to money, so that means you got more
yep,
money. So
yep, that's the truth.
yeah.
So we've reached the end of the road. This is so good. Such a good interview, honey.
Thank you so much.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you guys, again, I'm your host, Keisha. This is Pastry Chef Jatee. Say your business again, honey, because you know I'm gonna fuck it up. Go ahead.
Jetaime Patisserie.
She's in New York. So all y'all who want to go to New York, don't pass this up. She told you where y'all can find her, the business hours, and look, let's pour into our babies. She got some things going on. Check out her website, and you will not regret it. It sounds absolutely wonderful, and I'm all for doing something for the youth. So until the next time, y'all, check out the ticker at the bottom. You see her information. And listen to this one, two, three times until you get tired because you go get some nuggets about it is. Guys, I'll see you the next time. I'm your host, Keisha, with Pastry Chef